This week we look at PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a very common tool used for presentations. Some of you have probably used it already. And if you haven't, then we're going to be going over a lot of common features that are used on PowerPoint. These selection of slides I produced in just a few minutes. It's quite a powerful tool, and I'm going to show you how I created this, what you see. So I'll just quickly put this in presentation mode. So before I do that, it's very similar in many ways to Word and Excel, because again you have this ribbon GUI with these tabs and a lot of different features on each tab. So most of these features you don't use, you really use the same features again and again, but it can be quite overwhelming because you have all of these different features available. We're just going to, as the previous assignments did, we're going to work our way through a few of the features, and then you get used to it. If you then go on to use it later, then you take the features that you know, and then you build your knowledge based on those. You expand your knowledge the more you use it. Okay, so I just picked cats because everybody knows them, but really the topic is not important at this point. At this point, we're just learning how to use PowerPoint. I'm going to put it in presentation mode. So this is what it looks like when you're going to present. The first slide, these are called slides, is the title page. So you have to give it a title. So I've done All About Cats as my title. It's very easy to do this because you just click in a box and write whatever your title is going to be. And then I made a second slide that also has a title and a couple of bullets, and I will show you bullets. And then I brought in an image with a caption underneath it. And then I attached a video. So if I click on this, then it goes to YouTube and it brings in and plays this video, which also has sound. I'm going to switch the sound off. Okay. Now, technology can be your friend, and then sometimes it can be really frustrating and not work. So this is why I've also put in the caption below. I put in video of cat, because you're going to have to write captions in the presentation that you're going to be making. And I also put in the link here to that YouTube page. So if I have some problems getting the PowerPoint to work, I still have this here. So I'm able to put it into a web browser and go there directly. That's the logic behind this. And that is essentially it. Okay, so that's kind of the finished product. So this week, all you're doing is copying me. You're just going to do the same. It doesn't have to be exactly. You don't have to do anything about cats. You would pick anything, but you do need to create or pick a template. You need to put in a title, create some bullets, bring in an image, bring in a video, and put a link. Okay, so let's go over those one by one. First thing that you're going to do is open PowerPoint. So in the start menu, just write in PowerPoint, it will come up. Then something like this will be shown. Ignore everything else, just go to the blank presentation, the top left, blank presentation. Okay, so this is what you see when you open PowerPoint generally. Always has a white background. So we don't want that. We want to have a template. So the first thing that you do, all of these tabs up here, there are a couple of different ways of doing it. I will show you one. You go to Design, and then you have all of these designs. Now you can, of course, actually, there's this browse for themes or what have you. You can go to the internet and and look for themes and download them. So you can, of course, do that instead. Let's see if I can pick something somewhat similar to what I did before. Let's go with this one. Okay, so and then there's more also on the right, so you can pick on those. Actually, I like that one more, even though it has nothing to do with what I'm going to do. So here, the template should reflect the topic usually, though that's logical. So try to make it fit the topic, but in this case it doesn't really fit the topic. But for brevity, I'm just going to continue. So then you write in your title, okay? Whatever your title is going to be. Generally, it's the subtitle. Oftentimes, you write in your name, especially if it's going to be a work presentation or a school presentation. You may even write in the class as well. That would make sense in this case, okay? Okay. And then on ours, so we go over here, so we have this full view, and then over here we have this slide view, so we can see the slides that we've made. Now click underneath your first slide, right click, do new slide, okay? So this is the title slide, and this is the first content slide. So this is content. Now usually in the content, or the summary or something like that is your next slide, and it gives an overview of what you're going to show in a presentation. It already has bullets here because it expects you to do bullets. Now on the home ribbon, so we've gone from design, we picked our template, and then I went back to home. There's this section in the middle, it's called paragraph, and in there you have the ability, this one here, to change the bullet type. So you can go with different styles of bullets. I actually quite like this one, so I'm going to go with this one. And then you write what's on the first slide, and you write a summary of what your presentation is about, okay? It's supposed to be brief. Your slides are designed so you're not really supposed to be reading through paragraphs. It's supposed to be very visual, not an essay. Okay, the next slide, okay? Now we have our title slide, we have our title, we have our content slide, if you like, with some bullets. Then the third slide is our image slide. Okay, and you'll notice, so if I'm going to do a couple of these new slides, you'll notice that now you can still write a list with a bullet, or in the middle, you have these options. Now for next week, you have to import an Excel chart. So if you're going to do that, then you do insert chart and go to your chart. But this week, what we're going to focus on is importing an image and linking to a YouTube video. You can also make a video. Next week, you can make a video and import your video. Right now we're going to focus on the image. So the image is this one here. Now you need to have an image ready. So what I did is I went to this site. It's called Pexels. Because I'm a professor, so I have to be careful about what kind of images I use. And one of that means that it's better if I use things that don't have copyright. Okay. I don't want to infringe on any copyright problems. So all of the images in Pexels don't have copyright associated with them. So here I looked for cat images, and then there were all of these cat images. And then I went to the one that I liked, and here's this download. Okay, and then you can download it and save it. I saved it on my desktop. Okay, so that's what I did. So here I'm going to go to this one, pictures, click on it, and then you're going to need to browse. Okay, so this is the image that I saved. It's a JPEG file, JPG file. You can also import a PNG file. There's lots of different formats, but it needs to be an image format. Okay, and I did insert, and that's what I have. Now I say that my requirement for next week, I need to have, you need to have a caption. So to do captions, it's on the same ribbon, home ribbon. Okay, not the bullets. Go over here, this drawing area. It's not a drawing. It's this box here, this A box. It's a text box. So far in these slides, you know, there's been areas that you click in to type. But say here, well, we've already clicked in here and typed. We've filled this box with an image. How can I type something? Okay, well, this is how you do it. You go up to this text box in the home ribbon, click it, and then you create a text box, and then you can write in it. Okay, so that's how you create a caption for your image. There's all these design ideas as well. You can play around and use one of these. You don't have to have every slide looking like the same format. That's up to you. Okay, so the fourth slide. Okay, we're going to do the video. Now you can do something similar to how you did the image. You may have a video that you've made on your phone, or you may have, created a video in another way, and you might have it saved on your computer. Now, if you have that and you want to use it and it's appropriate, then you can come here and there's this insert video, okay, and then you would browse for the video and it would upload it. Now, I showed you in my completed PowerPoint that I was linked to a YouTube video. So you can't do that within here. You have to go somewhere else. So this time we're going back up to the tabs, up to the ribbons here, and this time it's insert. Okay, and then right along on the right hand side there's a media area, and then there's this video. Go in this video, and it said, so video on my PC, just like in here, and then there's online video option. So click the online video option, and in here you're going to write the URL, the web page, or the link for that YouTube video. Okay, now I already have it. Okay, and you might be going, oh, wait a minute, how did you get that? So let me go back to here. So I found this video here, and once you find any video on YouTube, just right click and go copy video URL. Okay, and that will copy the link to your clipboard. Okay, so now, in case this doesn't work, I'm going to click this text box again, because in here I'm going to write. You can tell that PowerPoint has not worked for me at different times, so now I have these contingencies. So video of cat, and then I also have this link in case the video inside my presentation doesn't work. Okay, so try that. That's all what you've got to do this week. 4 slides, these different features. Okay, so pick a template, write out a title page, content slide using bullets. I don't really care about the content, just keep it appropriate. Bring in an image, bring in a video, put in captions, text box, and have a link. You may as well make that link a link to your video. Okay, if you have any questions, contact me.